The Pythoness by Letitia Landon. Back she flung the gathered darkness of her raven hair, and bared her marble brow as she would turn an uncheck'd gaze on heaven. Back they flowed, and as beneath a mantle did she move within their shadow, while the murmuring wind, bearing them like a banner, the low wail, passed through those long black locks. Her cheek was pale, and as the daybreak fell upon her face, it grew still paler. One whom godless spells had summoned from the silence of a grave. What were such fixed ghostliness of look, and in her eyes unearthly lightning dwelt, as they caught from the stars, with which she held communion strange, a portion of her fire. Her form was wan and wasted, as the soul had worn its fragile dwelling. When she raised her white arms, they were like the snowy cloud, that, half dissolved, hangs on a moonlight sky. She stood and watched the morning. The fire blush of young Aurora was upon the east, but when the chariot of the sun-god caught invisible glory from its cloudly hall, a breath of fragrance floated on the air. The laurels trembled, though the wind was hushed, and sounds faint, but most musical, swept past. She felt the influence on her, and her cheek grew red with strong emotion. Wilder light flashed from her eyes, and with still haughtier step she pressed the ground and flung her arms on high. Bright visions were before her, and the page of dim futurity was opened, and years yet to be were pictured on her soul, in all their varied characters of fate. She told of glorious things, of victories, of crowns, of wealth, and then came deeper tones of human miseries, battles, famine, death.